Have you ever looked at your life and wondered how things ended up the way they did? Not because of some sudden catastrophe or life-altering event, but because of the silent, subtle decisions you made day after day. How the skipped workouts, the snoozed alarms, the missed opportunities, and the half-finished goals slowly stacked up. Until you opened your eyes one day and realized, this isn't the life I imagined for myself. You see, life rarely changes overnight. It shifts slowly, silently, through the things you choose to do and the things you repeatedly ignore. Most people wait for a better season, a better moment, a better version of themselves to finally begin. They say, someday I'll start working on my dream. Someday I'll break these habits. Someday I'll stop settling. But here's a truth many avoid. Someday isn't real. There is no perfect moment. There is no magical reset. There's only now. And while you're waiting for the ideal conditions to begin, life keeps moving, second by second, moment by moment, with or without you. The question is, are you just existing in time, or are you using it? Because everything you do today, the way you speak to yourself, the effort you give, the habits you choose, the boundaries you set, they all shape the life you'll wake up to tomorrow. The truth? Your future is not a mystery. It's a reflection. A reflection of how serious you are about the present. So ask yourself, really ask, are your current habits aligned with the life you want to live? Or are they pulling you deeper into a version of yourself you've been trying to outgrow? You don't need a miracle to evolve. You need a moment of honesty, followed by a moment of decision, and then daily discipline, the kind that doesn't rely on motivation, but relies on purpose. Your future isn't out there waiting to find you. It's being built, quietly, intentionally, through the choices you make when no one's watching. So stop waiting, stop wishing, stop wondering when your time will come, because the time isn't coming. It's already here. Let me ask you one final question before we move forward. If your tomorrow looked exactly like your today, would that be progress or punishment? Let's talk about how to stop drifting aimlessly and start creating intentionally. Let's talk about how to build a future you won't want to escape from. Let's talk about why your future is created not by chance, but by what you choose to do today. Number 1, the compounding power of small actions. It's not the giant leaps that build your future. It's the consistent steps taken daily. Most people overestimate what they can do in a single day, and tragically underestimate what they can build in a year, or even in a few months, of dedicated, focused effort. We chase intensity, thinking success is about massive breakthroughs. But what truly moves the needle? Consistency. Think about it. The workout you almost skipped today, it's not just about your body. It's about who you're becoming. A person who keeps promises to themselves. It's about showing up especially when you don't feel like it. That's where the transformation starts. In the resistance. When your mind says no, and you say yes anyway. Every small action is a vote. A vote for the person you want to become. Every ignored distraction is a brick in the foundation of your future. Every choice compounds, like small drops of water falling into a jar. At first, it seems like nothing is happening, but keep going. One drop, then 2, then 10, then hundreds, and one day, that jar overflows. The question is, will it overflow with progress or regret? Because time will pass either way. The days will go by, the months will roll forward. The clock does not wait for you to feel ready. So ask yourself honestly, What is one thing you keep postponing that, if done daily, would completely change your life? What is that one habit, routine, or commitment you know would create momentum, but you keep telling yourself, "I'll start tomorrow"? Your future isn't waiting for a massive effort once in a while. It's begging for steady, daily devotion. Even 10 minutes a day can shift your trajectory, if you stay consistent. Because small hinges swing big doors. Let each day work for you. Use your time like a tool, not a trap. Build brick by brick, step by step, and trust this. You will not recognize the person you become if you stay faithful to the small things. Number 2, you don't get what you wish for, you get what you work for. Let's be clear. Wishing doesn't build empires. Daydreaming doesn't create freedom. Hoping doesn't pay the bills, change your body, build your confidence, or design your dream life. Only effort does. There's this illusion that desire alone is enough, that if you want something bad enough, it'll magically arrive. But that's not how life works. Your desires don't determine your future. Your discipline does. Every single dream you carry is possible, but none of them are promised. They're not owed to you. They're not waiting for your motivation to peak. They're waiting for your action. Wishing is easy. Work is hard. And the ones who rise, the ones who change their lives, are the ones who do the work even when they don't feel like it. The gym session when you're tired, the late night study session, the tough conversation, the early morning grind. These are the quiet, unseen battles that sculpt your future. The ones that no one claps for. The ones that feel small, but carry weight. You don't need to do everything today, but you do need to do something. Something real. Something that brings you 1 inch closer. And here's the truth. The moment you start showing up, momentum begins to build. The fog starts to lift. You start becoming a person who doesn't just talk about goals, but lives them. So let me ask you, are you working harder on your future than on your excuses? Are you more loyal to your dreams or to your comfort zone? Because there is no neutral. Every day, you're either building the life you want or reinforcing the one you want to leave behind. You don't need perfection. You need presence. You don't need more time. You need more intention. Get out of your head. Get into your actions. Do the work today, and your future self will thank you in ways you can't even imagine. Number 3, discipline is the bridge between now and next. You can have all the motivation in the world, but if you don't act on it, it fades. Motivation is emotional. It comes and goes like the weather. But discipline, that's the steady fire that keeps burning even in the coldest nights. Discipline is doing what must be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early when your bed feels warm. It's saying no to distractions when they scream your name. It's eating right when temptation is everywhere. It's showing up when no one's watching. It's doing what's right, not what's easy. When you practice discipline daily, you begin to develop a quiet confidence. Because deep down, you know you're keeping promises to yourself. That's where real self-respect is born. Not in results, but in the repetition of responsibility. And the beauty is, discipline is a skill. You don't have to be born with it. You train it. You earn it, one decision at a time. Ask yourself, what would your life look like if you simply did what you said you'd do? No excuses, no shortcuts, just consistent, intentional action? What's one area in your life right now where you've been lacking discipline? And how is that affecting your progress? Is it your health, your finances, your focus? Remember, discipline builds momentum. Momentum builds identity. Identity builds destiny. Number 4, don't let the past rob your present. Maybe you've made mistakes. Maybe you've wasted time. Maybe you've been inconsistent. We all have. But here's the truth. You are not your past. Your past is not a prophecy. It's a chapter, not the entire story. Too many people walk through life carrying the weight of yesterday's failures like a backpack full of bricks. Every missed opportunity, every bad decision, every moment of doubt. But what if you dropped that weight today? What if you allowed yourself to begin again, not next week, not next year, but right now? Don't let guilt over the past rob you of the progress you can make today. Shame is a liar, and regret doesn't have to be your roommate. You're not stuck. You're not broken. You're not finished. You're just waiting for permission. When all along, the only permission you needed was your own. The past may have taught you lessons, but it doesn't get to dictate your limits. What would happen if you gave yourself a fresh start, starting now? What if you forgave yourself for what you didn't know back then and focused fully on who you can become from this point forward? Don't drag yesterday's failures into today's opportunities. Use them. Learn from them. Grow because of them. Because your present, your today, is still full of power, and you get to decide what happens next. Number 5, environment shapes execution. You cannot build a focused life in a chaotic environment. It's like trying to run a marathon through a minefield, constantly dodging distractions, obstacles, and noise. Focus isn't just about internal willpower. It's also about external structure. Your environment silently controls your behavior more than you realize. If your surroundings are filled with distractions, if your time is consumed by toxic voices, draining people, or endless digital noise, you're fighting uphill. You're trying to stay committed while everything around you is pulling you in the opposite direction. Sometimes, changing your future starts with changing your environment, rearranging your physical space, setting boundaries, curating the people you allow into your life, adjusting the input that enters your mind. Your mind reflects what it's immersed in. It absorbs the energy around it like a sponge. So, if you're constantly surrounded by chaos, how can you expect clarity? If negativity is the loudest voice in your room, how will optimism thrive? Who do you surround yourself with? What do you expose your mind to daily? Are you feeding your focus or feeding your fears? When you audit your environment, you reclaim control. You give yourself the space to think clearly, act wisely, and build intentionally. Clean up your space. Distance from drama. Limit the digital clutter. Protect your peace. Choose wisely, because your environment is either planting seeds for growth or weeds that will choke it. Number 6, the person you want to be already lives inside you. You don't need to become someone else to create a better future. You need to become more of who you truly are. That version of you, the focused, disciplined, fulfilled version, is not a fantasy. It's not something you find. It's something you awaken. It's already there, quietly waiting beneath layers of doubt, distraction, and delay. When you show up consistently, when you follow through even when it's hard, when you stop negotiating with excuses and start honoring your vision, you begin to meet that person. You begin to feel more aligned, more alive, more in control. And the best part? You don't need to wait for some magical moment to begin. You can start right now with the next decision, the next habit, the next refusal to quit. That powerful version of you, the one who acts with purpose, clarity, and courage, already lives inside. Ask yourself, what version of me would I meet in 6 months if I took action every single day starting today? Would that person thank you or resent you? Would they be proud of your effort or disappointed in your excuses? You are only one consistent day away from momentum. And momentum creates transformation. Stop waiting to become someone else. Start becoming fully, unapologetically you, the version that was always meant to rise. So the future isn't waiting on luck. It's waiting on you. Every day you wake up is a new opportunity to rewrite your story, not with words, but with action. You don't need permission, and you don't need perfect conditions. You need courage, intention, and the will to start right where you are. Not by talking about it, not by dreaming about it, but by doing something about it. So let today be the day you stop wishing and start working. Let today be the day you silence the excuses, shut out the noise, and show up for your goals with everything you've got. Let today be the day you build habits that reflect the future you want, not the past you're trying to forget. Because if you don't act now, when will you? You don't have to move mountains overnight. You just have to move forward, consistently, deliberately, and unapologetically. Because your future is not built in one grand moment. It's built in every small choice you make, starting today. So ask yourself, honestly, what will I do today that my future self will be proud of?